Hi, my name is Ramez Hanna, and I'm the dev lead at Criteo for the observability team. I'm sure you know what observability is now after Hanna had explained that. And if you don't know who Criteo is, we're basically the company that puts the interesting ads on web pages. So if you find an ad that you like, you click on it because you've been just lazy to go buy actually the product, that's probably us. If the ad is not relevant, you say, why do I see that? That's probably some other ad tech company. And at Criteo, we're always hiring. We don't hire people for certain positions, but we always try to find the best talent. So if you're interested in going to Paris or Palo Alto, come and talk to me afterwards. So I'm going to talk about the manager. And I hope that's not what you think about a manager. That's not the best example. Actually, when I want to say the word manager, I mean that it's a role. It's a role in a team. He's part of the team. He's not somebody outside and just being like that on top and saying, you say what I want you to say. Actually, it's a role in a team that has been traditionally called manager. Today, some companies call it manager, some companies call it leader. I mean, they can be very innovative with names. But the important thing, it's the role itself. And I'm not going to be talking about the leadership or the team leader, because leader is actually more of a character or something you do in the team. Leaders do actually emerge in teams, not being appointed, while managers are actually appointed, so they do not evolve. I mean, you don't just, one day you're an individual contributor, next day you're a manager. No, actually somebody has to give you that title. So, in my experience, I have been bouncing between both individual contributor, manager, individual contributor, manager, individual. So keep going all the time. Oh, I skipped one. And every time I became a manager, I made a lot of mistakes, especially in the beginning. That was a big disaster. I've learned a few things, and today, my company thinks I'm doing a good job. My team is happy with me being their manager, so I think I'm on the right track. And that's why I found it in myself to come and tell you what I've learned. Again, about the leadership part, you can find a lot of online articles or talks about leadership. We want managers to be leaders. Leadership is an optional for a manager. It's not a mandatory thing. I don't consider myself today a leader. Maybe I was at some other teams. Maybe I will be in other teams. Leadership is something that the team needs, but not necessarily fulfilled by the manager. Today, I don't think I'm a leader. I don't think my team will follow me anywhere. They will follow me to pay for lunch. Apart from that, I don't think they do. But I know this. I know that my team is very happy to come to work every day. And I know that my team comes to work and they feel empowered and they feel they see the value they bring into the team and to the company. And that's what makes me proud about my job. So let's get one thing out of the picture, one topic out, is we actually do need managers. And I can prove that to you. Because some teams would come and say, hey, we're all senior in this team, we're all mature enough to work alone. We don't need another layer of hierarchy, someone to be a bottleneck between us in the communication. A manager, why would we need that? We're agile, we co-create the backlog together, we cooperate well, we know all the other teams, we don't need a manager. Out of the way, please. In fact, we do have such teams in Criteo, but they actually have managers, and that works. And I find value in what I do every day as a manager. So there's a company called Buffer. They posted a blog post about their journey from traditional management hierarchy, or not hierarchy, but like setup, and moved to manager-less, or self-management as they called it, and then actually they went backward a few steps and modified the structure to have managers, but they found that they need managers. And they describe how it failed in a very nice sentence. They said the amount of freedom without absolutely no guidance, expectations, or accountability was overwhelming. Basically, they're saying it was overwhelming freedom. I can understand that. And to help you understand it, imagine this. You get hired by a company you really like and you want to work for, and you really relate to their product. And they tell you, hey, you're a great guy, we trust you. You're hired to do whatever you want, however you want, whenever you want. Only one condition: it has to bring value to the company. You have to have an impact on the company. Wow, that's a big, big responsibility. You're a smart guy, you have a few ideas, you don't need to spend time to find ideas. You know already you've already done your research before joining the company. So what do you do now? There are no managers, huh? You're gonna get a few ideas, you're gonna go around the company, almost talking to everybody, to see if those ideas are actually valuable. They would bring value to the company. I can't imagine how much time that would consume, but it would consume a lot. And you, after like a few rounds, discussions, you finally pick the idea. Great. Now, you're not just gonna go work in your corner 3 months and then come back with the delivery. We know better, right? So what will you do then? You probably come up with a plan. First design, then it needs to be validated by some people, just make sure that it's in line with what happens in the company and the other technical teams. Then you'll have to go and present your delivery plan, so your cycles, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever. Then at every cycle, you'll go and meet everybody again to show them what you've delivered so that they can start using it, and then they can give you feedback, and then along the way, things change. I'm sure you can do that. A lot of people can do that. But how much time will you spend coding, and how much time will you spend doing, let's call it meta work? I think more than 50-50, definitely. If you want to be successful and have more impact, you're going to have to spend more time on the meta than the code. And then you're just like, going to explode, your head is going to explode, and then you're probably going to quit because you're burned out. Now, you're not just a person. Let's reimagine the same situation, but it's not just one person. It's a group of people. So that you and a group of friends that you know each other already are hired to do that thing. Same condition, only have to have impact. And they expect a lot of impact from you and your coworkers. So with all the meta work we discussed about earlier, to get the project up, there's more work to align the team, to make sure that the team is working well together, to motivate the team. When someone is down, the whole team has to bring it up. I mean, you're not a team yet, you're already a group of people. So actually becoming a team, building relationships, worrying about the team and making sure it functions well. Resolving conflicts. That's another set of meta work that you have to do. And that's going to be not easy and time-consuming. I'm not saying that you can't do it, but imagine you're there to do what you do best, code, and you end up doing a lot of other things than code. And that's why we need managers. Managers are part of the team. And they are there to empower the team to work. They are there to allow the team to get things done, to get results. Whether they have to code, whether they have to just clean up the floors before the people come in so that they can find the clean floors, or prepare coffee, or do other more important things. But they are there to help the team and empower them to do the things they do best. I hope that makes it clear why I say we need managers in teams, regardless of the name of the title and regardless of what you have thought about it later, before. Think about this as we go on with this slide. So, since I'm the privileged one speaking, so I'll take myself as the role model and the example. And where I work today at Criteo is my context. So, what does my company expect me to do as a manager when I was set up to be the manager, like assigned the role? They told me I am expected to deliver results, the project that the team has, what we call at Criteo OKRs, objectives and key results. And whatever I deliver, I'm expected to deliver it with a certain quality and to abide to the SLAs that the company has formed for us internally. If I look at that and try to make it simpler, it's the word results. I'm expected to deliver results. Okay, that I understand. That I've been, even an individual contributor, I can understand that. And then the other part of what I'm expected to do is, I'm expected to run like 2 times a year. I have to do the evaluations. So I do have to do feedback on my team, do evaluations, and give them the score at the end of the year. I'm also expected to run one-on-ones to make sure the team is functioning well. They expect me to resolve conflicts even before they occur. They expect me to resolve conflicts with other teams and inside the team, and actually keep the team motivated. Okay, that has nothing to do with results directly. I have to care for the people. Okay, not bad, I can understand that. So, the manager role is 2 things, and only 2 things, there's nothing else. It's a manager is about results and people. You can take it around, people and results. There's no priority between them, and you cannot have one without the other. Basically, no people, no results. There's no results, not have a job, so no people. Easy. So if you're a manager today, or if you were thinking about becoming a manager, or if you don't like managers, remember this, that the manager's role is about people and results. And through that, you can look at your manager and understand how he does some few things. You can now evaluate your manager a little bit, if you're not a manager. And if you're a manager and if you don't think that this is what you have to do, people and results, maybe you should find something else to do. There's project managers that works. They're not managers in the sense, but still have the word manager in it. Lindsay Homewood has a series of blog posts about this, and he puts it in the best way. Becoming a manager is not a promotion. It's a career change. It's a totally different beast to become a manager. And as we've always heard it many times, code is easy, people are hard. Individual contributor is easy, managing is hard, because managing involves people more than anything else. So, results and people and results. Let's start by results, to understand that better. Because we understand results better because we've been, as individual contributors, know what results are, deliver projects with quality. Okay, but what about the manager results? When you're an individual contributor, you rely on your reliable self to write code. You motivate yourself when you don't feel very motivated. You're very good at that, self-motivated, good. You know how to, you know everything about the topic, and if there's something that you lack, you learn it. Good. Today you're a manager. You don't do that anymore. When you rely on your reliable team to write the code, when the team is not motivated, you have to help them get motivated. You have to give them the reason to continue. And when your team doesn't know anything, you have to help them learn it. Or provide the means for them to learn. Or else they will not move. At Criteo, we say that an individual contributor is expected to deliver what a person can deliver, while a manager is expected to deliver what a whole team can deliver. Now that means I am not going to be the one coding everything, definitely. And I mean, even if the team is not able to, I can step up and help with the code. Well, I've been technical myself, and I actually do code every day, but it's not possible that I will be able to deliver what a whole team does, right? So even results as a manager actually is people, just hidden under the word results. You have to help the team get results. Sometimes you're going to help them and be the nice guy who just does whatever the team needs. Sometimes you're going to have to be firm, and so, it depends. Because at the end, this is your job to deliver those results. So if the results are not delivered, you have failed your job, and so you're accountable for that. The team is accountable as well, but that's another line. Your job is to deliver results, and if your team doesn't, you have to make sure that they do, and you have to help them keep focused on that all the time. Okay, I guess that makes it easy for you to understand what results are. People. So you start to join, even if this is a team that has been already existing or it's a new team that's forming, you have a group of people in front of you. And you should be part of that group, but you also have an extra role, as I said. To understand what I think is the most important thing, let me tell you the story. So one of the times I actually became a manager, it was not the first time. It was this very, very small team. We were 3 already. It was 1 manager and 2 contributors, and then the manager left, and then the company told me, step up and become the manager. It's a small team. I'm sure you can do it. And I said, yeah, okay. They chose me because I am the technical guy. I'm better than the other one. So no problem. And even if it doesn't work, I can do everything. Okay? It's a small company, right? So we start. Things have not changed in any way that, we're already a remote team, so we talk, we Slack, it wasn't Slack, but we chat, we work together, we have merge requests and everything. But then I started noticing that my colleague was picking on me, really. In his reviews, he would block my review for a few times just on, you did not put a space between the pipe and the grep. Okay. Come on, we've never done this before. Why the sudden change? He's just picking on me, trying to annoy me. I felt like that. And I was, okay, I'm going to keep calm. I'm the better one. I'm going to stay calm. But I didn't talk about it with him. And one day I'm discussing with my manager. He's telling me how is everything going. We see that the work is happening well. We're happy with you being the manager. Okay. So do you have any problems? No, I think everything is okay. And then my colleague is actually starting to annoy me lately. Well, he starts asking me a few questions, and then he says, okay, well, maybe I'm not the best one to help you with that. We already have a management coach. I'll set you up with her so she can talk with you, and then maybe you can understand better things. Cool. I've never met a coach before, so that's like an experience to me. So I sit with her and explain to her what's going on. She asked me a lot of information about the background, because where I am from, where he is from, and how things have been going before and after. And then after I tell all that, she says, did you, since becoming a manager, take any time for a one-on-one? No, didn't see we need one. We were only 2, and we've been talking as always. Okay, do you realize that you are both coming from different cultures, and different cultures require you have different needs? What you think is a no-brainer for him, it's a very important thing. Maybe your culture doesn't really appreciate talking about emotions, but maybe his culture does. Have you thought about that? No. So go and talk to him. She told me, go and talk to him. And if you think he's not wrong, listen well, carefully to him, and apologize if you think you need to apologize. Don't be afraid of saying sorry. Don't be afraid to say that, yes, I made a mistake and I will do better. Build a trust relationship with him. Talk to him as much as he needs, not as much as you need. And adapt to him. And I said, what are we talking about now? Is this about marriage counseling or team leadership counseling? Well, she said, well, it's a relationship. Your relationship with your team is not very much different than your relationship with your partner, because it has to be built on trust. There has to be communication. I said, okay. I later on started to discuss with him, and I felt it was clear when he found me when the dialogue started. First time he didn't say anything. No, everything's okay. Second, third time he started saying, I'm upset because you don't include me in anything. I'm upset you don't talk to me anymore. But we have never talked before. But apparently, as now it's only two of us, and he feels excluded from making decisions, although I was not making any, but just of me changing role made him feel differently. And I had to understand that and do something about it. Your responsibility as a manager is people. Accept that, and you'll be able to do something about it. If you keep denying it or trying to not give it enough importance, you will fail. Management is about people and results. So I've put on 3 commandments for you to follow as a manager. First commandment, thou shalt manage a team. You're managing a team, not a group of people. And if they are not a team already, it's your responsibility to make a team. Because teams are, the outcome of a team is greater than the outcome of each individual gathered together. Why? Because the team is mutually committed. It's not just individual commitment to the results, but the whole team is committed. You need to have a team, and if the team does not exist, you create it. And when I say a team does not exist, I don't mean the people do not exist. I mean that they don't feel like a team, they don't act like a team, they don't trust each other, they don't hold each other accountable, they don't work together. I'll talk more about the team building later. So, second commandment, thou shalt give them a reason to exist. No team, no group of people become a team unless they actually have a mission. One of the definitions of a team is it's a group of people working together toward the same objectives. It's a part, it's not the whole definition. So they need that. They need to know why they exist, and they need to know where they are heading, or what are they trying to achieve. So for all of them to be able to be aligned around one thing. So create a team and give them a mission so that they can work together well. The third commandment, thou shalt serve your team. As I said throughout my talk so far, you are there to let the team do what they do best. Code and deliver those results that you need to deliver, that you need to show that they have been delivered. Whether you need to be technically giving them technical guidance, or just listening to them ranting about things for an hour every week so that they can just let the steam out. You need to do whatever it is. Think about it like this. In a tennis match, one of the most important roles in a tennis match is a ball boy or girl. You know those guys, those boys and girls who sit on the corners, on the sides, and whenever there's a ball somewhere on the court, they have to run, pick it up, and get out of the way. When we're watching a tennis match, we don't look at those guys. They're almost transparent to us. But if they're not there, the game has to stop at every time the ball falls. So in order for a tennis match to go as smooth and as nice for the players and for the spectators, we need those guys and girls. You can be that guy or girl for your team, because that's what the team needs to do something. So go and serve your team, not control your team. Let me tell you another story about one of my failures. First time, we're creating a new team, and I step up and say, I want to do the management part. I talked to my manager and said, okay, let you do that. Are you sure you know how to do it? Yes. Again, I was confident in my technical capabilities. And we started. There was a new team, new project, very exciting technology we're working with. We're creating things. We're redoing things that were done in a way we didn't like. And we have all the power to do whatever we want to make it work with new technology. We're just refactoring everything. Wow. That was really, really interesting. First few weeks, like a train going, nothing stopping us. First delivery, second delivery, And then things started to come to a halt because the rush of the new thing is starting to fade. And we started to go slow. We started to argue a lot between us about technical details that were not really relevant. We lost track. We lost our tracks. We kind of got derailed. Even one of us left. And then today, I can see that. I mean, it was a total failure at that point. And today, when I tell you the story, I'm using we. Back then, when I was talking to anybody, I would say, hey, they were not doing the right thing. They? I'm not someone outside who's just like whipping them to get things done. I'm actually a part of the team. It's clear. Today it's very clear to me. My motivations for that role was wrong. I wanted a promotion. I wanted control and authority. I wanted to be seen by everybody in the company, visibility, just by getting a role. And that was wrong. And if you have the wrong reason to do something, if you have the wrong why for you, you'll fail because you don't see where you need to go. You don't realize that you have to care for people. You don't realize that you have to care for results as well. And you don't realize how can you do it. One of the best talks I've seen online about something about that is Simon Sinek, when he's talking about how great leaders inspire action. If you haven't seen it, please do. He talks about the why, that the most important thing for people is the why. Without the why, you lose track. Without the why, you cannot do something different. That's why I say the team has to have a mission. They need a why. I needed a why. And today I told you what my why is. My mission and my why exist. Why do I exist? Is I exist for people and results. And I should not forget those. Do I have time? Yep, I still have a few minutes to tell you one last thing about team building. Again, another story. Sorry to be telling too much about myself. I joined the team. It was like we were 6 and we grew up very fast to 10. It's a big team. But when I joined, we were just like, I was a 6th person, with the manager already included. He was working like really as part of the team. You couldn't feel he's a manager. So I felt fast, integrated quite fast, okay? And I see everybody's doing their best. I mean, it looked like, wow, I'm happy to be in that team. Slowly, things not that rosy anymore, and I start to have some issues within my team. Regardless of what those issues are, but they showed me that there's something missing. I couldn't put my finger on it at that time yet. And I didn't see anybody else complaining, so I said, well, I'm not going to complain. I just have to resolve those issues and move on. I resolved those issues and moved on, but still. One time I was just discussing with one of my colleagues at coffee, and then I started noticing that he's not happy as well. So we had a good relationship, so I said, what's bothering you? And he starts complaining about things that are very similar to what I had experienced myself. Then it hit me. We work well together because we're a good group of people. But we don't have relationships. We don't trust each other. I didn't speak because I thought, well, nobody will listen to me. He didn't speak up because he felt, again, nobody's complaining. Why would I complain? The team did not have a safe zone where, it was not safe for us to complain and say something bad about the team. That's very, very dangerous. And my manager did not make me feel safe as well to say that. So whether you're a manager or someone in the team, you can do something about similar things, similar situations. And I don't say go and talk with your colleagues and make them and exchange complaints together and indulge in your sadness. No. What I did is I went to my manager and said, we need to have some team building. We need to gather together and try to explain to him what I think. He said, well, I'm not very good at these things. We can just pick an activity to do together. This is how we do it at Criteo. And I told him, I think we need more. Would you let me do something? He told me, yeah, go ahead, do whatever you want. I don't care. He supported me and said, go, and he approved anything I did afterwards. And what we did is we actually spent 6 hours locked up in a room with coffee and a lunch break. And they were all, before going that day, they were all saying, we don't need team building. We're a good team already. I mean, we're not going to spend 6 hours in a room in a hotel. I mean, well, not a room, hotel room, but it's like a meeting room. But everybody left that day happy. And everybody left that day feeling that they belong in a team. They felt closer. I mean, well, I wouldn't say team yet, because you don't build a team by just having one day like that. But it started something that we can build on. People got closer together. My time has run out, so let me tell you quickly what I did in that day. First 3 hours, we had to break the ice, because there was a lot of ice. We started playing little games about telling like trivia about ourselves, teaching us other things, and then we went further, and then we started sharing past experiences about what was good and what was bad, very good situations and very bad situations, and it was not limited to only technical experience. And we got people talking about very, very personal experiences that they were really traumatizing at early age as well, like bullying at school and things like that. I did not expect that at all. I was surprised. Whoa, people are starting to open up. I mean, these were people who were shy, who wouldn't talk about anything. They're shy people. And they opened up because they felt safe. And they felt that the others had opened up as well. I can't say that everybody really opened up. Some people stayed distant, but that's normal. We were 10. But that was a good start. That was a very good start. And the second part of the team building after lunch is that we started talking about our mission, which was never written down anywhere. It was always that we know what we should be doing. We're the SRE core. We're responsible for platform. But again, what does that mean? And how do we do that? So we started by discussing our why. Why do we exist? We came up with a mission statement that it's been 3 years now, and it's still taped on the wall. This is our mission. And after we discussed about our mission, we had like another 45 minutes to discuss about how we want to do that, and how is not the tools. In Simon Sinek's talk, he said, why is your mission? How you want to do it? Do you want to do it smart or dumb? Do you want to do it with elegance or not? Do you want to do it while making people happy or not? And then the what is how actually you do, how you do. Like, it's not how, but do you write Bash or Ruby? That's a what. But the how is that you want to keep everything automated. You want to keep your customers happy. What we did is that we came up with a list of what we call it the guidelines, the team guidelines. What do we look at while doing anything? This guides us when we're working. I think that actually that day helped a lot the team. And I've repeated that with other teams after I became a manager last time, and people always say, "No, we don't want that. We're just wasting time. We should be coding." But no, every time they finish that and they feel, yes, we needed that. That has to have a follow-up and a follow-up and a follow-up, and one-on-ones continuously with the team, and lunch together. All these things keep the team. Team is a system. You have to build it, and you have to keep maintaining it. Don't forget that. So management is about people and results and team. You're that guy, the ball guy or girl. You're not someone with a whip like the pointy hair boss. Thank you. Go and serve your teams.